Are you excited for heaven? I mean, really excited. Are you excited for heaven? Jesus says in today's gospel, whoever loves his life on this earth will lose it. Whoever loves his life on this earth will lose it. If I'm really honest, I think I can say that I'm not always terribly excited about heaven. I mean, I know if an interviewer asks me that question from the Criterion, I'm supposed to say yes, I'm excited about heaven. But if I'm really honest with myself, I can't say that I always am terribly excited about heaven. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I just can't say that I'm always walking around thinking about it. My car runs. I have a house, a bed. I can afford food at the grocery store. I have entertainment at my fingertips. I have friends and family. I think I can honestly say that I don't really want for anything. Jesus in today's gospel is not saying he's going to punish us for having a good life. He says that nowhere in the gospel. He always, though, warns the rich. He's not saying he's going to punish the rich, those who are blessed. He simply warns us. He's saying it's just a fact. It's hard to long for eternal life when things on this side of the veil are, relatively speaking, pretty easy. The poorest person in our country is probably in the top 1% of the richest people to ever walk this earth. It's hard to long for eternal life when things on this side of the veil are fairly easy. So what are we supposed to do if we don't find ourselves terribly excited or terribly longing for heaven? I think that for me at least, Lent is a good cure for that, not longing for heaven or being terribly excited about it. The times I think that I am most excited or most deeply long for heaven are the times where I am doing the three things that we're supposed to be doing during Lent. First of all, when I'm at prayer, when I'm praying, spending time in prayer, getting away from the distractions of the everyday world, and sometimes it takes 10 or 15 minutes to really enter into that type of prayer. That type of prayer where you start to actually sense or know that you're in the presence of something greater. In moments like that, I find that I am excited about heaven, and that the distractions that often bombard me are nothing more than that, simply distractions. When I'm at prayer, I realize that it's not really a big deal that Peyton Manning went to Denver, or any of the other things that I typically spend my time thinking about. Prayer, when I'm at prayer, I seem to be more excited about heaven. Also, when I'm fasting, the second thing that the church asks us to do during Lent, when I'm fasting, I find that I'm more excited about heaven. It's amazing what being hungry or longing for something, what kind of clarity that tends to bring to our situation, and how quickly a pain of hunger or longing reminds us that this is not the end of all things. It's a lot easier to be excited about heaven when we give up things that tend to distract us here on this earth. Finally, I am more excited about heaven when I'm giving alms, when I am helping the poor in my midst, because it reminds me that I am not the center of the universe. I am reminded that 24,000 children die every day from starvation, and that some of the things that I tend to get caught up with whether it be my finances or my time, are not actually that important. I tend to get more excited about heaven when I'm giving alms and supporting the poor. God does not punish those who have more. He simply warns us. The poor are blessed because they are excited about heaven. The hungry are blessed because they are excited about heaven. And when Jesus says there is a day where every tear will be wiped away, that excites them, and that reverberates with their experience. The oppressed, the abused, the sex trafficked, the slave, they are excited about the kingdom of heaven. Are we excited for heaven? I mean, really excited.